closing time. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
Well, hello, fellow investigative interviewers. Welcome to another microlearning episode of Teaching-er. Today, we're going to cover an often neglected phase of the interview, the close. The other evening, I sprawled out on the couch, popcorn in hand and dogs at my side, to watch a new Netflix movie that was part of a series. The beginning got me interested, the middle kept me entertained, and then it abruptly ended. It went from shootout to credits, and I was left looking at my wife, dogs, and fish, as if asking them what had just happened. And they didn't know either. We felt deprived of something and thought the director had cared so little for us that he chose not to take the time to create a meaningful conclusion. The effect, none of us, particularly the dogs, wanted to watch any of the remaining episodes. The fish, well, as fish tend to do, weren't very vocal about it. Sometimes an ending affects our feelings about a process as much as the preceding parts, the introduction and middle, what we would refer to respectively as the engage and explain and account phases of an interview. If you need further education on this, start scrolling through your phone immediately following an intimate moment with your partner, and I think you'll get it then. Here are some reasons for taking a few moments to close your interview with care instead of ending the account phase with, "Thanks for talking to me today. Please close the door when you leave." It gives you an opportunity to ask the interviewee if there was anything important to her that we had not covered, thereby transferring control back to her. Aside from possibly learning more information, a traumatized witness would benefit from this transfer at the end of the process. The ending to the interview is the last impression that interviewee would have of you, and this could influence her decision to take part in subsequent interviews or to answer follow-up questions. A rushed, empathy-free conclusion could hurt the connection that you had worked hard to build. The close provides you an opportunity to explain what will happen after the interview. This would reduce the anxiety caused by uncertainty and, with luck, any associated fear caused by the unknown. Ending an interview without having taken the time to discuss the future of the investigation could, in fact, be traumatic for many. The close gives you a chance to explain to the witness that the memory retrieval process will continue after he leaves the interview. If this isn't explained, he won't expect information to surface and won't know that he should make note of it and update you in a timely manner. The close is the perfect time to remind the interviewee of the directive to refrain from discussing the content of the interview with anyone. In the case of a workplace investigation, it would also be appropriate to give a directive to refrain from retaliation against other people, as well as potential consequences of doing that. Now, the final phase is also a wonderful way to leave a traumatized interviewee with a feeling of control over the process by encouraging her to ask questions about anything and everything. Survivors of a traumatic experience could benefit from regaining this tiny morsel of control more than we could ever appreciate. This is such a small but meaningful offering to someone who has taken the time to open up to you about a sensitive episode from her life. And finally, the close may affect your reputation and credibility as a professional interviewer. You end an interview with the appearance of being angry at a witness or respondent because they didn't give you what you had wanted, Other professional investigators could view you as a neophyte who has not grasped that an interview should be interviewee-centric. It could also have a deleterious effect on your reputation with future interviewees once the one you had been discourteous to had explained what a jerk you had been to him. Then, of course, there's the court. Assuming that you will one day take the stand and give evidence that your interview goal was to get information as opposed to a confession, you will look foolish when everyone sees you become petulant and unprofessional when you didn't get what you had wanted. It would be difficult to prove you were not confession driven when you got mad when you didn't get a confession. Even a small tantrum at the end could be compared to all your earlier dialogue about being fair and open-minded and take bites from your credibility like a piranha on a clumsy monkey. That's all I have to say on the close phase. Now, you could have just turned off the camera without closing this session properly, but instead, I'm going to thank you for your time and let you know that I would love to hear from you if you have an idea for a future topic. All you have to do is contact me through my website, which is Bruce G. Pitt-Payne, altogether and no hyphens.ca. We'll have more episodes out soon, and I hope they will help you become a more competent and confident interviewer. That's all for now. Cheers.
Closing time. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning.